Ladies and gentlemen, now it's Too Late with Alan Mosley.
Back again, eh? I just can't quit you, Dave. That's what it is. Guys, welcome back for another episode of It's Too Late. I am your host, Alan Mosley, joined as always by the number one producer in late night. It's Dave Willimowski. Dave! Dave, how are you doing?
Here we are.
Here we are.
I'm doing good. Same old. Busy. October's busy, all the parties and stuff.
I think this is officially the start of season 8. I think it is.
It feels like it should be.
It feels like we've turned over a new leaf. This is a new chapter. This is going to be, it's all going to be just straight-laced, mistake-free, above board, none of that dirty talk and innuendo. No. Just good, clean, wholesome, family-friendly.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Well, let's check out the first monologue of season 8 to see if that holds true. What do you think?
Yeah, right. I think it's gonna be great.
Well, on that note, did you happen to see, Dave, that there was a survey of over 60,000 college students that revealed that transgender and non-binary identifications have dropped more than 50% since the peak in 2020? Now, between you and me, it's no coincidence that the shift happens to follow the era of mask culture that was synonymous with the COVID-19 pandemic, which can lead us only to conclude that these people were never actually trans. They were just really, really ugly. That's what a bunch right there. Let me tell you.
What a group.
In NFL news, oh man, football. It feels so good to be in football season. I mean, for some of us, I mean, it felt good a few weeks ago. All of a sudden, it feels
great.
I'll tell you who it doesn't feel good for is Tennessee Titans fans. The Titans became the first team to fire their head coach this season, relieving head coach Brian Callahan of his duties with a record of 4-19, including a 1-5 start to this season. Wow. Now, also on the hot seat is Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel, who has downplayed rumors of his departure, assuring fans that if the worst were to come to pass, he can always return to his life's passion, hitting on underage girls. or boys. Or boys, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Also in sports news, yours truly, Dallas Cowboys fans are in mourning this week after Cowboys owner Jerry Jones was found alive following his 83rd birthday. You know what's so funny about him is he's 83, but he looks bad for 83. You know what I mean? Like that's not it's not a good age. Speaking of birthdays, how about this? Yesterday, October 14th, marked the occasion of two recently deceased, of course, Charlie Kirk, who would have been 32 this week, and George Floyd, who would have been 52. Now, there's very little else connecting these two figures other than to say that it's been at least 5 years since either one of them has taken fentanyl or robbed pregnant women at gunpoint. Either one.
Yeah,
either one.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, that's look. I told you this season we're going to be just sharp and on point. Yeah. In celebrity news, actor Alec Baldwin seen here driving his wife's Range Rover when he crashed into a tree in Long Island.
Ooh.
Baldwin look at that. Baldwin initially accused the driver of a garbage truck for cutting him off, but after video evidence of the incident surfaced, he changed his tune, now claiming that he didn't know the car was loaded. Took you a second. took you a second. In political news, the federal government shutdown has entered its 15th day, furloughing, listen to this, nearly 1 million public sector workers and leaving 700,000 of them unpaid. Now, I know what you're thinking. 15 days may seem like a long time, but I'll have you know, many parasites are actually able to live even longer without a host, such as the roundworm, which can remain alive for up to 17 months. And finally this evening, also making headlines, is U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee, seen here performing a rendition of Leonard Skinner's Sweet Home Alabama down there in Tel Aviv, titled Sweet Home Yerushalayim, as a fundraiser for the same propaganda group that spread numerous hoaxes tied to October 7th. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we now know that the U.S. government is capable of being an accomplice to something even worse than genocide. That wasn't too bad, was it, Dave? I don't think so. Guys, we're going to be back with the meme of the week and the viewer mail right after this commercial break. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I just realized this, Dave. I don't have a fortune cookie.
You need to hit up the Chinese food place.
I haven't been to the Ninja Mongolian Japanese hibachi ninja steak and grill in a while.
Oh.
It's been a minute. I've been eating a lot of egg sandwiches. I'm still on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back to it.
Right. Yeah, it never left. Well, I mean, of course, now the thing is I've got 10 more pounds to lose, which I think is modest. I can do that. But I also have to stay in shape because I already got my Halloween costume.
Oh.
Got my Halloween costume already sized up and ready to go.
Exciting.
I know.
Yeah.
It's going to be awfully hard for Dave and I to top last year's Halloween show.
Oh.
The Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory themed episode. But this year, I'm not going to give it away, but I'm excited. So
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. There will be less body paint, I hope, this year than last year. Some,
yeah.
but not as much. Yeah. Hey, before we get carried away, let me tell you guys that we're already selling tickets to next year's, oh my goodness, 8th annual. The 8th annual It's Too Late live show. 8 seasons, 8 live shows. Saturday, May 16th, 2026, here in Columbia, Tennessee. We're actually going to have a live concert this year.
Ooh.
We're actually going to have refreshments and a live concert to go along with, and we're not joking this time, a live episode.
This is the one.
This is the one. Well, we already have a band and a guest lined up, so now it's like, it's forced our hand. We have to put on the show, or they're going to be upset.
Yeah, no, we're just going to hang.
Yeah, we've done that. We've been known to do that a couple of times. Is it a polka band, Ryan? No, but I hope you all can make it. That gives us like whatever it is, 9 months to raise money because we need it.
Desperately need it.
These people don't play for free. So, with that said, hey Dave.
Yes, Alan.
What time is it?
It's time for meme of the week.
You're Jewish, right?
I'm actually not. I'm raised Roman Catholic, but I have a great affinity for Jewish people in Israel.
You're gay. That's what it is. There's
Gay.
always.
I'm sorry.
I didn't say anything. I don't know. But we do have a bonus meme. Check out the bonus meme. Oh no. Don't do it. And with that, I think we've covered all of our bases tonight. Gay, trans, black,
we got
Jew. Got to catch them all. You know what I mean? Let's answer some viewer mail. All right, we're going to kick things off here with Eric Eli, who says, Dear Alan and Dave, what's the last time you had a s'more? Oh, autumn is here.
Oh.
Is it starting to temperature starting to cool down up there, Dave?
Oh, yeah, it's getting comfortable around here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it.
You guys do s'mores? Do s'mores?
It's almost a necessity. If I'm going to build a fire and hang out by it, I have to stop at the store and get the supplies.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually don't partake. Like I'll just have another hot dog or something like that. But last time I did, so it's been about less than a month, maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I had a s'more. Because in my mind, the only way you can have a s'more is you're eating it like outdoors on a fire, like you're using a stick and heating the marshmallow and whatnot. If you're like getting all the stuff and graham crackers and you're like putting it in the microwave, it's like, get help, live a little, go out there. You know what I mean?
All
right. Yeah. But I'm really talking to myself more than anybody, because I honestly don't remember the last time I had one. Brooke Atkinson writes, Dear Alan and Dave, you're a martyr. Oh God.
Wow,
what did you die for?
Oh.
Dave, you've just been martyred. What did you die for?
Is getting martyred can passive aggression do that? Like just saying
I think if you do it enough to the right people, they've had it. They've had enough of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I get a little less passive and more aggressive, so it gets dangerous.
Yeah. I would say I'm a martyr for the Tennessee State Department of Labor. No, it's fine. It's fine, you guys.
Fine.
No, listen. Big update for everyone since Facebook's dead now. They nuked me today.
Yeah.
It only took 17 weeks and 4 days, but we're in there. The unemployment has been approved.
So does that mean they're cutting a check, or that's?
No, I already got it. Yeah, I already got the check.
Oh.
Yeah. It only took 17 weeks and 4 days. Yeah.
That's over 3 months. Wow.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah. Well,
What are you gonna do?
That's why I'm dead. That's why I'm dead. I died so that you guys could get it after I'm gone.
Yeah. We can still have the event. Nice.
Jonathan Carranza writes, Dear Alan, I see Jonathan's here. Jonathan, if you had to choose between the two, would you rather be a cop or a soldier? Dave, cop or soldier?
Probably cop. But I wouldn't last long. I'd be like that Andy Mayberry type cop where I just sit around at the precinct and wait for somebody to come barging through the door to let me know they need help with something. Because I'm not going to go out and look for trouble. No.
I mean, if I got to choose not only to be a cop, but be a cop in Mayberry, then yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what a cushy job. Between cop or soldier, I think, look, if you're a soldier, then you're literally just the enforcement wing of the American empire. Whereas if you're a cop, if you've ever seen the first Terminator movie, that's what I would do if I were a cop. I'd go down to the station and be martyred. That's Can I re-answer the last question? I was martyred because I tried to clean up the police department. So boy, that's not going to get this episode taken off the air at all. Ryan Seifert writes, Dear Alan and Dave, if you lived in the Dark Ages, what would have been your profession?
Oh.
All right, Dave, you live in the Dark Ages. What is your role in the village?
Dark Ages. They're not doing much, are they? Are they mining? Can I mine? Try my hand at mining.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be the Dark Ages. You're choosing to mine, but in a worse time. Yeah. That's it.
The worst possible time.
Yeah, they don't even have the canaries. They don't even know what the gases are and why everyone's just dropping dead in the hole.
Oh, it's spirits. There's evil spirits in this mine.
Yeah, that's why they got it. That's why they got to cut you open to draw the sickness out.
Yeah, let the ghosts out.
Okay, well, Dave is gonna be a miner, and you know what? I used to think it would be really cool to be a blacksmith because I actually had a neighbor growing up that was a blacksmith, and that was so cool. Like he had his little forge and stuff out back, and he actually made stuff. It was so cool. And then I realized that was hard, so I guess just jester.
Oh yeah, because you get to be like kind of snooty, but I'm jesting.
Well, it's like because people think like jesters, oh ha ha, he's a clown, dude. Jesters were like advisors to the king. Like what are you talking about? The king, he doesn't trust all of the generals, so he goes and pulls the jester off to the side and says, "What do you think about these guys?" And then I would tell him, have you ever seen the first Terminator? You ought to go into the barracks and
clean up.
Tim Weissong writes, Dear Alan and Dave, are boiled peanuts any good? You like boiled peanuts?
I've actually had them. I'm pretty sure one of the events we were down there and I had them and they were, they're not bad, not great.
Yeah, I'm not really big into nuts. No.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Just clip that.
Gary Deister writes, Dear Alan and Dave, if you had the power to lower the price of something 50% every time you bought it, what would it be? It's an oddly specific question.
And it's actually kind of difficult.
Well, I feel like, because like on an investment angle, it could be like, if I could lower the price.
Real estate. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but then if you buy it and then it goes down 50%, now you just lost half of the equity in the property you bought. So that doesn't work.
Oh.
Same thing. Like if you bought gold and then the price of gold goes down, you just have your own investment.
I think it's just for you, though.
No, he didn't say that. No, he didn't. Gary's trying to scam us, right, is what this is. He's using that. He's one of them tricky decodins. You know what I mean?
Oh. Wow. Actually, now that I look at it again, every time you buy it, it's split in half. So eventually it's basically free.
Yeah. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. Look in the chat. Look, he's laughing. He's laughing at us. He's laughing at us. He's laughing at us. Chicken fajita nachos. They're halved in price. They're going to be free like in a week around here. It's over.
Everybody's going out of business.
Oh, yeah, that would put Ponchos out of business. Shit.
Yeah. This is such a conundrum.
We'll talk about it in the next segment, and we'll come back in the finale with...
this has become very theological.
Gary's trying to break the economy. He's full of shit. Keith McQuarrie writes, Dear Alan and Dave, when you misplace your keys, where's the first place you look? I have never once in my life misplaced my keys, and it's weird to me that people do that.
I'll tell you where they're at. They're in Mary's purse because she doesn't put them back. She'll use my keys, and then instead of putting them in a key location, which we have a couple, you might have to look two places. It goes in the purse, and then where's the purse? I got to find the purse. They're in my purse. Where's your purse? And then you get the purse, and you ever try to look in a woman's purse? It's like a black hole. My gosh.
Come on in, fella. What's troubling you?
Oh, first of all, I'm not drinking right now, so this is the wrong place for me to be. But I'll take a cola.
Well, it's You come.
The keys. Where are the
You
keys?
come into. This is a bar. I'm the bartender, and you say I'm not drinking right now. I'll have a Colt. Jesus Christ.
Get the wheel up.
Aaron Kentner writes, "Dear Alan, we're almost time to spin the wheel, Dave. It's almost time." Aaron Kentner writes, "Dear Alan and Dave, if you were given $10 million, okay,
Ooh.
but you have to donate $9 million of it, what would you donate to?" All right, you've got $10 million, but you got to donate $9 million.
And it's got to be a charity or not.
Well, he just says, what would you donate it to? My answer was going to be, I'll give you my excess 9. You give me your excess 9, and we're just back to 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
You guys should check out Liberty Late Night, where I've just donated $9 million to their PayPal. That's going to be a lot of really weird drones I never put together. Oh, and also this mug with a Ku Klux Klan member in it.
Wait, it could be. Oh, yeah. It didn't come with that.
All right. And finally this evening, Mary Lynn Wilimowski writes, "Dear Alan, Dave, boy, you're going to feel so bad now. Do you ever have overwhelming and truly unnecessary guilt when you can't keep everyone happy? What's your advice for someone who does?"
Wow. Now I feel bad. Jeez.
Come on in, fella. What's troubling you?
Oh, I guess. I don't know. I guess my wife is feeling bad that she feels like she may have let me down.
Oh.
And it's
Well,
kind of making me sad.
so it's about you now, is it? Is that?
Yeah. Why would she do that? She knew how those words were going to affect me.
I might let me know when the divorce is final, then I'll get you that $9 million. Because otherwise, you're gonna have to split that. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mary, just only think about yourself, because that's what everyone else does.
See, yeah. It's.
Guys, we're gonna be back with tonight's guest right after this commercial break. Don't go away. Your ad could be playing right here, reaching thousands of potential customers. Sadly, it's not, but it could be. Find out how to be an advertised sponsor if it's too late. Email us at tgsalanmosley@gmail.com. That's tgsalanmosley@gmail.com. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Our guest this evening is a professional photographer, I'll have you know, as well as an entrepreneur, and of course, the coffee fanatic behind Fox & Sons Coffee, which you can find at foxndsons.com. Steve Fox, welcome to the show.
What's up? What's up, man? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, we're glad to have you. I know that you came on before on one of our after parties where we kind of have like our little group of radical the people who actually stay up late with me and give me money, if you can believe that. And you kind of gave us a little bit of your background and all that. But I thought, no, that's not good enough. We're gonna have you on the big show. But before we get into a lot of that stuff, I want to start things off with what I said there at the start of the introduction. Everybody knows you for the coffee, but I don't think everybody knows you for the photography. So tell us about Steve Fox, the photographer.
Oh, geez. I've been in photography since I was 18, and I'm 53 now, so however long that's been.
Really long.
Out in Detroit. Yeah, really long. So I started out in Detroit, where I grew up. I started out doing automotive photography for a couple people. We did everything from like Corvette, Car and Driver, Ford Motor Company, all that stuff. I did that as an assistant for probably 15 years, I think. And then split off and started doing my own thing. And then I assisted again. And I actually moved down to Nashville for a couple of years and worked for some of the Christian record industry, which we called the Christian Mafia. That was fun. And then came back, and since about 21 years ago, we moved over to West Michigan, and I've been doing mostly like portraiture, wedding photography, doing a lot more commercial stuff again, a lot of headshots, a lot of like product shots, that kind of stuff. So that's what I do now.
Well, I knew that you were in Michigan, but I don't think that I knew that you grew up in the Detroit area. So I feel compelled to ask you that. I imagine Detroit has changed just a tad bit since you were growing up.
Yeah. It's the area that I grew up in is now the ghetto, and downtown Detroit is actually really nice. Like, it's actually very nice now. Now, if you get outside of downtown Detroit, it's not. But downtown Detroit is gorgeous now. I don't recognize it from when I was a kid. They had the train station that was there for years. That was like just completely tore apart. Like, we used to go there and to do raves in there and stuff like that when I was in my early 20s. It was a blast. It was a bombed out building. No better place to have a rave. But it's changed a lot. It's gotten a lot better. But even where my parents live 15, 20 years ago was really nice, and now it's becoming ghetto. So it's interesting. Well, they pushed everybody out.
Yeah. What was the time period that you were in Middle Tennessee? You were in Nashville.
Early 90s. 92,
okay.
93 to 94 and a half. I was there for just under 2 years.
Okay.
So I lived right by Vanderbilt.
Okay.
And right in that area. Belcourt Avenue was the street I lived on.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so then what I would say to the unwashed masses who have moved into Tennessee just over the last decade or two, that you were here when Nashville was still like cool. Like Nashville was still Nashville was still like a clean small city.
Green.
Yes, very green. I mean, that was because one of the things it's interesting about Nashville, for people who haven't been to this part of the country. I know that people who are coming from like New York and LA would still think, oh, Nashville's just teeny tiny. It's just a blip. But what made Nashville so cool, being the capital of a state like Tennessee, is that if you were in downtown Nashville and you drove more than 15 minutes in any direction, you were just in the farmland. It didn't take long.
Yeah.
It didn't take long. You were out in the boonies, even from the capital. And of course you had all the old theaters and the Ryman and the Opry and all that stuff. But, you know, when I was like in high school, that would have been the early 2000s, and it was still pretty cool. And there were still a lot of concert series that weren't just country music. I mean, because, you know, Nashville's Music City, and a lot of people equate that with country and honky tonk, but it's not just that. There's record labels out the wazoo, and it's everything. There's tons of studios.
And there was, when I lived there was a huge, lot of the Christian record labels had all their bands and musicians there too, and that's where I worked for a lot of those guys. So
and so I tell all these people, all these Illinois and New York and California license plates that are in our parking lots that are all like, oh, I love Nashville, it's so cool. I'm like, no, Nashville's been over. Like Nashville was over about 15, 18 years ago. That was like when Nashville started to become more like just an immigrant city. You know what I mean? Like it's just a transitory place that people that are in their journey go to for a while and then move on to somewhere else. Whereas, but from that point and before, it was the people who were there were people who were Tennesseans. Imagine that. And their families were from Tennessee, and they lived in Tennessee their whole lives and all that. That has changed dramatically. Now it's most of the people walking up and down the sidewalk. They're like, oh, I live in Nashville. Oh, cool. So you're a Tennessean. Oh no, I'm from Cali. I'm like, okay, so you're not from Nashville then. You know what I mean? You're not a Tennessean.
Well, even when I lived there, because I lived right between Belmont and Vanderbilt universities.
Mm-hmm.
So when I lived over there, it was probably 6 months before I actually met somebody that was born and raised in Nashville, in Tennessee. Everybody was transplants then too, but it wasn't nearly like it was when I came down for the event. It was insane. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, there was nothing looked the same to me because every square inch of green was built on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's
so.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I wouldn't want to move there. I would never want to move there.
No, we're at the point now where everyone who was a native Tennessean, Nashvilleian, are now moving out, into the area. So like where I am in, for instance, Columbia, Tennessee, it's about 40 minutes south of Nashville. Are there a lot of transplants even in a place like Columbia from other parts of the country? Yes, but there's also a lot of transplants that are just from places like Nashville who they've migrated to Columbia because they're like, well, I want to stay in the area, but I got to get out of there because I got to get out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we talked. Oh no! Oh no! No, that's what they're trying to turn the whole I-65 corridor. For people that are familiar with this part of the country, I-65 is north and south. That's running, all the way north and south, all the way down through Alabama, all the way up into northeast. The I-65 corridor used to be there was Nashville, and then there was a bunch of farmland, and then there was Franklin, and then there was a bunch of farmland, and then there was Columbia. And it's very close to just being development, just nonstop. Like you don't realize you left one town and you're in another town because the town didn't stop. That has happened in my lifetime, and I hate it. Thank you. I hate it. Yeah. So we talked about your photography. So speaking of cameras, I saw you mention recently that you were in the market for a dash cam. That sounds like there's a story behind that. What happened?
Oh yeah. So I was coming home the other day, and I was in the center lane trying to turn left, and a person in a semi was turning left onto the street I was on, and I actually had to back up and get into the other lane because he was going to run my car over. And when I pulled over, I got out of the car, put my car in park, I got out, started walking over to the truck, and he came out with a hammer, started cussing me out. I told him I was going to call ICE, and then told him to get back in his truck, or I was going to call ICE. And he got back in his truck and left.
Yeah.
So that's definitely not a heritage American.
Yeah. Well, that is the most politically correct story I think I've ever heard you tell. So I appreciate you doing that on the show with me tonight. You know what?
No
I have never entertained getting a dash cam, even though even in a part of my life where I was doing a lot of driving, I just thought, thankfully for me, I live in such a quaint, small area where that's just not necessary. But again, kind of what we were just talking about before, where it used to be, there was a little bit of traffic at like 8, and then a little bit of traffic at noon, and then a little bit of traffic at 5, and then that's it. Now the traffic never stops. It just keeps going. Like what used to be rush hour traffic is now the dead period, and the rush hour traffic, you're looking at the cars and this is so telling for me. I guess just being I guess I'm just becoming a boomer the older I get. I'm looking at my streets in my town. Thank you. And like there's been no widening, by the way. It's the same number of lanes on the same number of roads since I was born, but the number of cars have increased by multiple tens of thousands. And it's like, well, that math doesn't work, right? Like if the infrastructure is the same, but like the population has grown 300%, something's not going to work out well. And we're running into a lot of that. And so I'm feeling the need that maybe I need to get one.
Yeah, you probably should. Especially with all the curry eaters out there, you need to have one because they're just running over people. So yeah, it's insane. Like people, and this is where I'm going to get in trouble with the LP. But I think that the more weed has been legalized, the worse drivers have gotten.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting. I know that you've sort of kind of given away the plot a little bit about the driver you had a run-in with, and I know that there's been a lot of stories in the news about that recently. It's not a new phenomenon that Quiznos is and Subway is owned by the same family that owns like all the gas stations and then all the hotels. And it's like an insidious thing that keeps branching out. But I didn't realize I didn't realize that had also branched into just everything, like, for instance, trucking and stuff. I didn't realize that was such a thing until very recently. Did I just miss it, or has that been a thing, or is that recent?
No, I think it's something that we all miss, but I think over the 4 years, well, actually, it started in 2016, but the visas, they just started giving away visas left and right and allowing people in, and started just importing people without visas. And apparently every state in the union was giving away free CDLs with no problem. So,
well,
I to know what you're doing or speak English or know like what direction you're supposed to be driving on, or you can turn in the middle of a freeway and cut off 50% of the people and kill them, and that's okay. But
yeah, well, okay may be strong. It's just not punishable. maybe that's well. Yes. Look, this. I'm blaming you for what's about to happen next because I've got some more notes. This was supposed to be a fun conversation about entrepreneurship and can-do attitude, but your dog whistling has finally triggered me. So I'm going to tell a story really quick. I don't know if I've ever told you this story. I owned a printing company here in Middle Tennessee for a number of years. I basically spent my 20s. I didn't use my 20s, living the high life. I used my 20s running a printing business. And next door to me was a Japanese, like a hibachi grill type place. And I used to eat lunch there like every day because they were super nice people. And the food, oh my God, it was so good. And because they were our neighbors and we print like their takeout menus, they would let me get like the filet mignon and rice that's normally like $20. I was getting it for like $5.50 plus the cost of a Coke. Like, oh man, I could literally eat until I died during that point in my life. But with all the good stuff out of the way, the guy who ran that place was a relatively young guy. He couldn't have been much older than me at the time, because I was in my early 20s when I opened the business. He couldn't have been too much older. And he was kind of like he was the cook and the manager, and they had like, one person preparing sushi and one lady to serve guests, and that was the whole operation. And to say that they weren't heritage Americans is probably a pretty accurate statement. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard. You guys know I need a new job. I'm trying so hard not to be racist. I don't mean this in a racist way, but I don't know where they're from. They're East Asian. All right. Give me a break. They're East Asian. I'm sorry. I'm such a bigot. I can't tell them all apart. So these East Asian folks who it said Japanese, but I'm pretty sure they weren't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure they weren't Japanese, but that's just like, they're smart enough to know that idiots like me don't know the difference. So they just put Japan on the menu so that I know Asian. You're right. And he had told me, because even in the time that they were in the location next to me, I was there first, then they opened, and then they were open for like a year or two, and then they closed for like 3 weeks. Like, I was like, oh no, they left. I can't believe it. And then they reopened with like a slightly different name, and it was clearly the same restaurant with the same menu and the same everything, just a different name. And it was the same personnel. It was the same dude. And I was like, what I didn't get it. I was like, what's going on here? And he just flat out told me the deal. He's like my family moved. They didn't move to Tennessee originally. They moved somewhere in the United States, and then they relocated to Middle Tennessee, and then they get an SBA loan, right? Like the SBA loan that you or I would never be able to get, even we're whatever upteenth generation Americans.
Not even during COVID.
And white men, oh my God, white men, no, we're not getting SBA loans, you and me. That's not happening. So they can get an SBA, like when they apply for an SBA loan, it's just whoop, straight to the top. It's auto approval. Oh, you're an immigrant? Here you go. And they will get like a 6-figure SBA loan with 0% interest that's like fully forgivable, right? If they just stick around for, if they don't blow up the World Trade Center for 90 days, they get the loan forgiven. That's the rule. I'm sorry. And maybe the Olympics too. I don't know. And so the deal is that they basically open their
Israeli,
business.
Are they?
No, they're so you or me would have to cobble together what meager funds we have to launch. Like when I opened my printing business, it was like I put together $6-7 grand, and that was it. And I was like, I got to get the business off the ground in 90 days, or it's just, I guess I lose my kneecaps. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you know how it is as a small business owner. There's no such thing as clocking in and clocking out. You just work till the work's done. And then if there's any time left before you have to flip the sign back over to open, maybe you take a nap. Who knows? And so they will open their business, get the SBA loan and it's going to be like we're talking like maybe they get $250,000 loan. That money just goes to the family. They just take that money. They do it's not that they're not trying to run the business. It's that it doesn't really matter. Because the loan's going to be fully guaranteed and they can default on it and they're not going to owe a cent. But here's the kicker. When the business goes belly up, because maybe it wasn't that they weren't trying, but maybe it just doesn't work out. They can just close the business, file bankruptcy, and then the next member of the family applies for the exact same loan. So first dad applied for it, then mom, then cousin, then brother, then aunt, then uncle, then granny. And they're just getting another SBA loan, every couple of years, maybe not even that long, and just reopening the same business. They'll do it in the same location until finally they get a little bit of pushback saying, well, I don't know if you guys are really operating in good faith. And what do? They'll just move to the next town over and open one and get a new SBA loan. So at the end of the day, their family is basically subsidized with 6-figure, fully guaranteed, 0 interest loans for them to live on while they make a token attempt at contributing to the local economy. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, they just start over and someone else applies for the loan, right? So that's just a world that you and I could never live in because we would never qualify for that.
Even if we miss 3 pennies on our taxes, we're going to jail.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Like I was running the business, but somebody paid me $601 through Venmo. I'm going to literally be beaten to death in prison. That's what's going to happen to me. Yeah. But yeah. And they just moved to the next town. So they eventually closed a second time. And I was like, oh, shit, well, I guess the jig is up. And then I found out they actually opened up in another town in Tennessee. And I even considered driving out there one day just to be like, hey, how's it going? But, it's like I don't hate them as people. It's just the system is fucked. You know what I mean?
You just got to learn how to game the system. So you got to, what you need to do is you need to import a woman from another country and just apply for all the SBA loans you can get. That's what you need to do.
I've always said that. I'm 100% on board with that. I have no problems with it whatsoever. So on that note, we are so far off the ranch at this point.
Want to talk coffee?
Yes, as a matter of fact, let me go back to my politically correct show notes. Hey, Steve, I know you've told the story before, but not live on air with us. Tell the audience about the story of Fox and Sons Coffee.
So, Fox and Sons Coffee came about because of COVID, because we had no business with photography. We were trying to find another stream of income, and loved coffee, wanted to figure out what I could do to have money coming in another way, and So we started Fox and Sons, partnered up with our business partner. He's our silent partner, but he's our business partner. And we started Fox and Sons. It was, I want to say I pulled $2,500 out to start it.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, see what happens. Got the website up, started advertising with a couple people. And I was like, cool, let's go. Where are the orders? And there were no orders. It was like crickets. I mean, I think I had like maybe 5 or 6 orders the first couple ads. And I'm like, okay, got to find another way to do this. Let me go back. I'm jumping around. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible person for an interview.
I feel like I could have just read the Our Story section on your website, but I'm sorry. Continue.
No. So this is shut up. So one of the, couple things. One thing is I really wanted a product that was superior, and I think we got that because we have the best. We have organic coffee. It's amazing coffee. Everything we do is organic, and that was especially really important to me because I didn't want the chemicals in there because they're just bad for you. I know I don't look healthy. I'm trying. I've actually lost weight. I don't look like it, but I have. But it was very, very important for us to have a product that was good for you and not going to like kill you while, tastes okay. Like, cause everything else out there is just so laden with chemicals. So we figured it out. We found good producers. We found really good product, and we decided to bring that in. And it was more expensive, and we knew it, and we wanted it to be better, so we did it. But again, the reason we started it was because trying to find another stream of income, something I could be passionate about, but first it wasn't working, so we started doing farmers markets. And I just crammed. I learned everything I could about coffee. Bullshitted when I had to, but learned everything I could about coffee. And we built it and made it work. We've been going just over, I think we're just hitting our 4th year. So it's been a really good run. It's been really, really good. We're still not making a ton of money, but we're doing really good.
Well, one thing that I respect in particular about your story is the fact that you care about what you put your name on. Even though you're not like literally in Colombia in the fields growing the coffee, you're like, well, if I'm going to put my name on this bag, it's not going to be Folgers. It's not just going to be a substitute for what you already have. It's going to be good, and if it has to be a little bit more, it's because I'm going to sell it as this is, look, if you want to drink the piss water, right, from the store, then you're more than welcome to do that. But it's just one of those things. I know you and I are kind of a similar mind on this, that in the line go up economic world that we live in, a lot of people have kind of reached that point of, well, times are tough and we're trying to tighten our belts and save money. But at the same time, it's like, but life is getting worse. And everything is garbage. And it's like, man, the things that I used to like that I would get from the store 10, 20 years ago, like I can't prove it, but I know it's not as good. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why. I just know it's not as good. And so maybe it's time for me to find something better. And you guys were like, well, let's do something better.
Yeah. And that was a big part of what we wanted. I wanted something that wasn't bad for you. Because it feels like everything is bad for you now. Like, like this oil, you've been like, oh, I use vegetable oil. It's not vegetable oil. It's actually just seeds. It's garbage. Yeah. There's that actually not vegetables. And I think waking up to all that was the big thing for me. Like kind of waking up to that, and especially like after COVID, like whereas like, oh, literally everything out there is bad for you. There's nothing out there that's good for you. So it's like, we have to spend more money. We buy the organic stuff now. Like it sucks because it costs a hell of a lot more, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I feel better for doing that. Not feel better like emotionally, feel better physically because I'm not buying the garbage anymore. But yeah, we it is very, very important to have the best product. Like our decaf is insanely expensive, but our
Mhm.
decaf is also water processed, where everything else is put in a batch of chemicals, and one of them being formaldehyde. It just sits in formaldehyde for days,
Ugh.
and it's like, how how could you put that into your body? It's awful.
Yeah.
Um,
How many
you know,
microplastics can I consume before they become macroplastics?
yeah, yeah. Well, exactly. Well, so when I get people at the market come up to me and they're like, "Well, I only drink K cups." I'm like, "Okay, well, you're not my customer." I've told people that. I'm like, "You're not my customer. If you drink K cups, you are not my customer because you don't care what goes in your system.
Hmm.
You want the easiest possible thing to do. You want the cheapest plastic. That plastic gets heated up and that stuff goes in your system and creates problems.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that. Cool. You're not my customer." And that was the big thing for me was the same with photography is like learning who my customer is,
Hmm.
learning who's going to be the person that's going to buy from me. And I've had some great customers that have bought from us since day one, and I've had people that buy it, try it, and they're like, "That's good, but it's too much money. I can't afford to buy it." And I understand that our stuff's expensive. We just came out
Hmm.
with the new roast. It's almost $20 a bag. It's freaking expensive. I don't
Hmm.
know if I would have paid what I'm paying now for stuff um 10 years ago. I don't think I guarantee you I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But anyways, so
Well, but see,
yeah,
like I'm gonna now. Far be it for me to be a defender of Steve Fox as if he needs my help. But you're saying that it's expensive comparatively to like Maxwell House or whatever BS is in the store
yeah,
shelves. But I bet it's not expensive compared to like the pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks that these same jokers who are complaining about price are buying from
yeah,
the drive-through every morning on their way to work. Right?
yeah, yeah. Well, if you go and buy a $7 drink from Starbucks every day, it's like I was one of those guys, but I would get an espresso was what I would get, but it was like $5 every day. Yeah,
Hmm.
you do that over a month's time, it's like, yeah, you're spending a ton of money. Yeah, no, you're totally right on that. The Sorry, man, I lost complete train of thought. This is what happens when you drink too much coffee. Um, but I think the biggest thing that I had to learn was, I don't want to say not caring, just not letting those things bother me. Like
Hmm.
when somebody walks away and is like, "Oh, you're too pricey," it's like, okay, I am. And this was the first year people would say that. I'd be like, "Okay, cool, have a great day."
Hmm.
Like our conversation's over. There's no reason to talk anymore.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hmm.
It's the same thing when I'm doing photography and somebody calls me up for a wedding and I tell them it's $4,000 and they're like, $4,000? That's insane. I'm like, yeah, it is. But I'm walking into your wedding with $25,000 of equipment and 30 years of
Hmm.
experience. So you either hire me
Yeah.
or you don't. It's okay. I don't mind. Like it doesn't matter anymore. And I think once you have that attitude, once you have that, you're able to get to that point. I think the world just becomes a much better place.
Hmm.
So it really does. It just
Well,
becomes a better place for me and for everybody else. So
I mean, I can definitely appreciate the concept of you're trying to get to know who your customers are. I mean, look, next year will be our eighth annual live event, and I've gotten to know who our audience is, and gotta be honest with you, I'm a little bit frightened now that I've met a bunch of them in person. But still, at least now I know who they are. One thing I
yeah,
want to make sure we touch on before we run out of time is.
yeah.
And you are welcome to talk as much or as little detail as you would like, because I know this is something personal. But you had a bit of a brush with cancel culture,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
you had messaged me that, and I took a look at it, and I was like, oh God, so to ruin the story, typical psycho leftist says coffee man bad.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're unfit to exist. You should be removed from society, and nothing less would do for this guy. So if you feel comfortable talking about it, tell us about
let's go.
your
Yeah.
experience.
No, this is
Okay.
fun. I'll admit, when it first happened, I was like, oh crap, this is bad. So I am, in fact, I wish I should have thought about this before. I should have had you pull the clip from the show. I am on the show with Justin, the morning after show.
Who also had his own brush, by the way. Yeah, with cancel culture.
Yeah.
He's told his story on this show before, Steve, and he dropped it. He dropped it on live on the program that some of his unauthorized posts had me in them, and I just want to say the views expressed by It's Too Late are not necessarily those of Justin Campbell. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, so we're live on the air, and I pull up my Twitter because I'm looking for some stories to tell, and I see this tweet tagging me because I advertise with OGC, Old Glory Club, and I see this tweet tagging me as one of their advertisers, saying that I'm racist and a bigot and anti-Semitic, and I'm like, what else is new? So they come after me. They tagged my hometown newspaper where I live now.
Okay.
They all this stuff, and I was just like, oh shit, this is not good. So I get off the show immediately. I'm looking at it. I admit it freaked me out. I was like, oh great, I'm gonna have like people out in front of my house. Like, this is not good. I'm people protesting at the market. I do farmers markets. I do 5 farmers markets a week in the summer. I'm gonna have people out here protesting. This is all going through my head. And I send it over to the guys from the OGC, and they're like, yeah, we know about it. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Don't respond. And I was like, cool, I won't respond. Justin gave a great response. So I didn't respond, and bunch of people saw it. Bunch of people rallied. I had my best single day ever on my website. Sold over $1,000 of coffee that day. It was a great day. I had people climbing out of the woodwork telling me that they want to, they're praying for me. They'll be there for me if I need anything. Talk to them, call them, whatever. I had people give me numbers that I was shocked gave me their phone number and told me if I need anything to call them. Like it was the outpouring of people that were like on my side and coming to me for support and prayer and all that stuff. It was amazing. It was awesome. It was a weird day. Like, I was like, okay, this is definitely not good. As things went on, I was like, okay, this is not going to be as bad as I thought it was, and it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But the one thing that I learned that day was, no matter what that side of people say, they want you dead. They want me dead. They disagree with us. They think we shouldn't exist. They think we shouldn't live.
Yeah.
That's what they want. That's exactly what they want. I don't care what anybody says. Had somebody come to my house and took a shot at me, they would have been okay with it. That's what they want.
Yeah.
I mean, they call me a fascist. They call me anti-Semitic. They called me racist. And so what? Who cares?
Yeah.
And it's funny, these people are calling me anti-Semitic are the same people that are like, Israel's bombing kids in Gaza. It's like,
yeah. Well, the point being is they weren't saying any of those words because they were accusing you of anything. They were just trying to get their way. They didn't actually think any of those things. They just wanted to hurt you. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. It's solidly to hurt me. Now, thank God it didn't. Thank God that people came out of the woodwork. I had a great day on sales that day. I admit I skipped a couple markets that week. I stopped posting about where I was going to be because I didn't want people to come out. I mean, I deal with people in the public. Like, there's one market I do where there's a lot of trans people. There's a lot of, I don't treat them any differently. I sell them coffee. I don't care. You want to have good coffee, buy good coffee. If you don't. If you like me, buy coffee. If you don't like me, I don't care. Don't buy my coffee. It's okay. You don't have to. I don't go into businesses that I don't want to go into.
Sure.
But I'm not going to like trash them online either. So it was a good wake up call. It was a really, really, really good wake up call.
So the good conclusion is that ultimately at the end of the day, it blew over then. It's come and gone, and okay, good. All right. Well, that's
I'm still mad about it. I would love to find out who this person is. I'd like to visit them, but it's infuriating that they think that they have the power to destroy people. But it's interesting though too to see in 2020 had they done this, I would have been out of business.
Sure. Yeah.
I would have been. It's interesting to see how the power shifts, but it's going to be interesting to see, like, too, if the other side gets back in office. I think that the power would shift back to that side, and that they will, like, it will get worse for us.
Yeah. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the other side is going to get back into power. It's just a matter of when, not if. But I think that the positive takeaway from your story is that you have found a lot of friends and neighbors along the way. You're not just bracing for the next storm alone. You've found a lot of support. So that's fantastic. Yeah. I was worried about you. You sent me that message and then you kind of dipped for a while and I was like, shit, they got Steve. Oh, well, I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know if you had just closed up shop and were hiding in the hills or what was going on over there.
Like I said, I didn't post for a long time. I didn't post where I was going to be at because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I for the first time started bringing my gun with me to markets.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad that that it ultimately ended up being a big nothing burger and you could carry on unfazed.
Yeah.
Not to rush this to a close, but we're running short on time. I want to make sure that you get a chance to tell everybody where they can go to support you and buy your overpriced coffee that you emphasized many times is super expensive, and you won't apologize for it because they won't lose their ability to have children if they drink it.
Yes, it is, but you can still use the discount code. All my discount codes never go away. So,
wow.
I forgot what the discount code was, though. I have to look it up. But
is it ITL or it's too late?
I think it's ITL.
ITL.
I can look it up here.
You know what? The thing is I tried to get everybody to use the same code, and then I gave up on that after a while because y'all are just all autistic. You can't just be uniform and conformist. You all have to use a different code.
That's what it is.
Okay, ITL. Well, there you go. You guys can still use code IT. Look at that.
18% off.
At Fox N Sons Coffee. Fox, the letter N, sonscoffee.com. Steve, thank you so much for joining us, but we're going to get you out of here on this one. We like to end all of our interviews with the infamous bonus round. It's time for the food quiz. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Now, of course, we have to ask Steve Fox, the father of Fox and Sons Coffee, the coffee question. Steve Fox, is a vanilla soy latte a 3-bean soup?
Sure. Yes.
You are correct. It is indeed. You just had to throw in a no word right at the end of the interview, so this won't air, of course. Steve Fox, I'm glad you're still around. I'm glad they didn't get the better of you. I hope you have the chance to come down to see us again at the 8th annual live event next year.
I want to come down there. Okay.
Well, guys, we're going to be back to wrap up the show right after this commercial break. Don't go away. If you're enjoying tonight's show, consider supporting the program by becoming a member of our Patreon. That's over at patreon.com/Alan Mosley. Like our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Alan Mosley TV. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Alan Mosley TV. Subscribe to our YouTube page. It's youtube.com/Alan Mosley TV. But if you're more of a listener than a watcher, you can get us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice. Thanks to Spotify. It's Too Late with Alan Mosley or Alan Mosley TV. Also, don't forget to get your tickets to the 8th annual It's Too Late live show happening Saturday, May 16th in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee. Dave, do you have a final thought?
Steve, I miss that guy.
I know. I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
We brought Steve back.
Yeah, that was an exciting surprise. Yeah, good to
Yeah.
see him again. And good to be back, I guess.
For the start of season 8. It's too
For
late.
the start of
Can you believe
season
it?
8. Can you believe it, guys?
After party?
Yeah, why not? You know?
Hell yeah!
solid.
That's what we like
Hell
to
yeah.
hear. Guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much for watching another episode of It's Too Late. And we will see you next week. Pound those links right there. Buy some tickets. Donate some money. We're having a live concert. Gonna have some food. It's gonna be a great time. Gary will be there. I mean, who doesn't like Gary? He does every year. Steve says, good to see you too, Dave. Don't trash me. Dave, could you please? Dave! Jesus. Yeah. We used to have sponsors on this program, and then one.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is way too late. With Mosley.
What's
You like that?
what was that?
That is the Rocket City Trash Pandas from Madison, Alabama.
Wow. Well, that's
Cheney gave me this hat.
that is definitely where they're from. That is for sure.
They are a professional baseball team. They're AA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels.
As I say, professional.
Yeah.
Professional. Yeah. Man, I'm pumped. Tonight was a hell of a show.
It's almost like kind of in your face. Just really good show.
It was. Yeah. It was for people who came here expecting more of the same slop, it was actually off-putting.
Off-putting. Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Thought they were done doing good.
You never know.
Oh man.
Is that a real team, Gary?
Yeah, the Savannah Bananas.
Banana hammocks.
All right. Got that uploading. It's taken a super long time. What the hell is going on with my upload speed? We're not doing an after party as long as it says this is going to take. Just go ahead and and tell you that. I had a good time. I'm glad we're back. And also because we're contractually obligated to keep it going until the live event. But also, but not just because of that, but also because of you guys.
Yeah, it is addictive.
Oh, Celeste says, remember when the Sooner Schooner tipped? Hold on. Your ad could be playing right. Tonight's show is proudly. No, I deleted it. Oh well. I thought I still had it in here from when we last used it, but I guess I don't have it in here anymore. I was gonna play the Sooner Schooner. I mean, I could just pull it up. I'd go find it, but
you love that. You love
it's
that
just shit's so funny. Yeah. Let me see. Well, the original file that doesn't have our music, that's the actual video from the game. Oh my god, that shit was so funny. What the announcer said.
The commentator, yeah.
Yeah, the commentator was so funny. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I have the original anymore or not. Let's take a trip down memory lane here. See if I can find the old Sooner Schooner.
Crack open some folders.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm opening up the old sports ball folders. Let's see. Let me see if this is it. That's the video, but it doesn't have the audio. Because the audio is like key. You know? Like here's the... Yeah. Boom! That's wild.
Look at that roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you got to do it, though. You don't want to get hurt. You hit the
And
ground
then here,
rolling.
and then here's the slow mo. Back up, yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
See all the
absorbs
shit
impact.
coming out of the thing? Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, but those don't have the audio, sadly. Oh well.
See you later. Greg.
Apparently, I did a commercial for It's Too Late to play during sports ball. I don't remember doing that.
Hey, welcome to my world.
No, thank you. I don't want to go to Dave
It's
World.
exciting.
What is this? Let's see what this is.
Never know what's going to happen next or what happened earlier. It's a quick one.
Yeah, it's kind of good. I did a decent job. I mean, I'm not going to play it, but you know.
Yeah.
Just into the dustbin of history along with everything else. Getting old. Fuck you, Steve. I'm not getting old. I'm as young as I ever was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Steve wants an invitation to the after party. Maybe we have to do a Twitch poll. Let's do it. Let's do a Twitch poll.
Broughton in.
Broughton.
You've been Broughton.
I don't know. We're having so much buffering issues as it is. I don't know if adding Steve to the mix is going to actually finally just collapse the stream. Let me see. Nice cap, Dave. Nice hair, Alan. Amen, brother. That's all I got left. Thanks, by the way, to everyone. We had a hype train earlier. I can't see that because I'm laser focused. You know,
Yeah.
on
Obviously.
yeah. Let's see. Let's do a poll. We'll do a poll. Question: should we invite Steve? The responses are yes or LOL. We'll do it for 3 minutes. Allow additional votes at 5,000 channel points per vote. There we go. All right, we got a poll running. See, now he's backing out. Look at him.
I'm concerned. I'm like looking at the clock. I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool
Yeah.
to talk to Steve for a little bit. But oh wow,
What?
a lot of walls.
Oh, damn. Not a lot of Steve fans out there.
Oh, Steve voted. Yeah, he's
Oh.
tipping it. Yeah, I was telling
Aaron
you
says, yeah.
during the interview that there's a cold going through the house, and I'm starting to feel a little tired right here, which is a very specific feeling. Right between my eyes.
Yeah. Ryan asked, "Did Alan get some good leave-in conditioner? I'm getting some Saturday. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. Because if I don't, then this shit is wild."
I actually have leave-in conditioner in my shopping list, and I don't know why. You look either a villain or a rock star.
Okay.
Like the villain
I
at the end of the movie. Like you've taken a couple hits.
Yeah, I could do this look. Just, you know,
Yeah.
when I have my next life crisis, I'll change. I'll just, you know,
Yeah.
I'll just be a different person. When the next time I move somewhere and start a new podcast, I will, you know, delete all of you guys and get a new following, and I'll be a totally different person. And one day you'll just I'll randomly pop up in your YouTube feed one day, and you'll say, "Isn't that Alan?"
Yeah.
And
That
it'll be
brooding rock star. Isn't that,
Yeah.
isn't that Alan?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's not really for me.
Celeste
I hate
recommends Gesticurl Spiralicious.
Yeah, there was some people in chat that were making recommendations that when I looked at how much it cost, I decided no. Or it was the Black Girl products that are that are locked up that you have to ask them to get it out. So
That'd be awkward. Yeah.
I think we're gonna follow Ryan's lead, and we're just gonna get the old Garnier Fructis, and
Leaving. Yeah.
because it's cheap, and we'll try that. So
Yeah. And when you're troubleshooting, you go for the lowest cost first, just to get that
Yeah.
out of the way.
yeah, that's what we'll do. I got excited because I saw we had an email. I thought we had gotten a donation or sold some tickets, but it was actually just Michael Bolton to just spew hate speech at me.
As I Am is a good drugstore leave-in. Wow, she's got all the...
Yeah, well, Celeste has got it's got curly hair. So, well, Steve is giving up. I didn't even see. Oh, Law won anyway. Steve is just gracefully bowing out, even though the
he already
votes
gave his
were
concession
over.
speech.
He did. He fucking did. Oh my god, that's so funny. They decided that 40 minutes and 36 seconds was exactly the amount of Steve that
Yeah, it's palatable. It's good.
Oh man, if it's time and you guys need me, I don't know what has happened in this world. But you know. This is only up to 11%. They are throttling my traffic like big time. I'm going to have to contact my ISP and be like, what are y'all doing?
Oh shit. Another martyrdom.
Well, we bought all those supplies for the state and then we didn't get to use them. So we have them. You know. I mean, you know,
there. Be ashamed to let it waste.
All that extra petroleum jelly and cloth rags and bottles. It's just, you know, and lighters. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
What are you gonna do with these things?
Yeah. I mean, I can't keep them here. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of room.
Hey, since I have you all here, we are going to be doing a Halloween episode this year. Dave and I have got our costumes planned, but we need an idea for what to actually do for the show other than just wear costumes. Yeah. So what do you think? So in years past, we've done the Halloween candy tier list. I think Dave and I have both agreed we are not going to do a fourth Halloween candy tier list. It's not going to happen. We did one that was too long, and then we did one that was shorter, and then we did that one again but had the candy. We're not going to do a fourth Halloween candy tier list. We need something
Some
else.
Fresh material.
Yeah.
Do the Monster Mash.
I feel like that's like a cold open and then it's over. Was that going to take 3 or 4 minutes and then it's over? It's an hour show. Dave and I can't do the Monster Mash on repeat for 60 minutes. That's not going to
in our costume. The Monster Mash challenge.
Carve pumpkins. That sounds incredibly messy to do in my beautiful home studio.
Just holding it on my lap with a knife.
Mm-hmm. Send us candy during the show.
Well, that's flipping the script there.
Yeah, it is true that there was a lot of candy when we last did the thing, but I got rid of all mine. I can't have all that candy, man.
Yeah.
Dave has people to help him out. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They'll process that for me.
Every time you guys buy me a ridiculous amount of whatever, I give all the leftovers to mom and dad.
Aw.
Yeah. Except for the nerd jelly beans. I kept those. Those are for me. See, the jelly bean tier list was a good tier list because it was very focused. And it just comes in bags, right? Just here's a bag. It's neat. It's not messy. That was good. We're not gonna carve pumpkins. That's the opposite of the jelly bean candy tier list.
Chaos.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking that
items. Are there really? I mean, I literally have never had one. Like people, there's so many memes.
Pumpkin spice gauntlet. Yeah.
I've never in my life had a pumpkin flavored thing in autumn. ever.
I just walked into the grocery store today. They had pumpkin spice. What are those? The Frosted Flakes. Just right there by the entrance.
I tell you what they don't have is banana nut Cheerios.
Yeah, they'll bring out this pumpkin spice shit, but they won't give you what you actually want.
Oh, there is pumpkin spice Cheerios right now.
Oh yeah.
Let's take a quick gander here. I'm just gonna look at all the different flavors of Cheerios that are available. Right? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
D3. I don't know. He came down here and said burger. Oh yeah, I don't care.
What is that? What is that supposed to mean?
How many minutes until it bleeds?
Yeah.
Is D3 grilling us up some burgers?
He's gonna try to make a burger.
All right, right now they have Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios, multi-grain Cheerios, Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, which those are pretty decent. Cinnamon Cheerios, Oat Crunch Cheerios, cinnamon, Oat Crunch Oats and Honey Cheerios, Cookies and Cream Cheerios, Strawberry Cheerios, Fruity Cheerios, Very Berry Cheerios, Strawberry Banana Cheerios, Frosted Cheerios, Pumpkin Spice Cheerios, Maple Cinnamon Cheerios, Chocolate Cheerios, Blueberry Banana Cheerios, Almond Cheerios, Apple Strawberry Cheerios, Oat Crunch Chocolate Cheerios, Frosted Lemon Cheerios. Who the fuck has had Frosted Lemon Cheerios? That's bullshit. It was a yellow box, and it was a yellow box, and it was kind of light. And for just a split second, my heart jumped. That's it. That's all the Cheerios they currently have available at the store.
You can tell they have all the ingredients to do what you want.
Yeah. They just won't. You know? They just won't.
Drop Cherokee.
I miss them. I only eat egg sandwiches, but if you better believe if banana nut Cheerios popped up, I would literally go buy every box on the shelf. Those keep pretty well, don't they? Like if you don't open the vacuum sealed bag or whatever, could go through those for a while. So, anyway,
Oats are for animals.
what do you guys gonna do anything for Halloween?
I assume we usually go to one of our friends' house, so it's in a nicer subdivision, so all the houses are tightly packed, and we'll do our trick or treating there with the kids. Probably have some food or something there. I assume.
You know,
I'm usually just along for the ride.
it isn't gonna be too much longer, and you're not gonna be doing those things anymore because they're all gonna be like, ugh, I don't do that.
Yeah. Too old for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go away,
Quickly
Dad.
approaching.
Yep.
It's funny because D3 can still kind of go. He's getting a little too old, but he's always been tall. So he's just this ginormous guy trick-or-treating.
Yeah. D3, I think, could dress up as an excellent Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Get the flood pants that he wears up to like halfway up his shin, and the tall white socks and the hoodie. Get a little disheveled. Wear the glasses. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to dye his hair darker. Some spray or something.
Yeah. I think so.
Get some gold
Michael,
sunglasses.
I never in my life ever did any of those things, like box tops and promotionals and scan this or mail this in or get a prize. I never ever did any of those things ever in my life.
They had, I think it was like Pepsi pop bottle tops, where if you collected certain team names or something like that, you can send them in and get like a free hat
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was hat or T-shirt. And I organized at the shop because everybody was drinking these pops, and I'm like, okay, everybody give me your caps, and then we got so many like groups of them that I could just say, okay, what's your team, and we all got different stuff from it. So that actually worked out pretty good. Got some free hats.
Okay.
But yeah, remember the good old days when the toy was just in the box? You just reach in there and just dig around with your grubby mitts and everybody's cereal.
Yeah. 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 This is only at 19%. We're gonna have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe we just cancel season 8. I can't be expected to sit here and let this upload. It's ridiculous.
That's the final straw.
It's just Robert. He's the only one. He's not the only one. There's like 50 to 100 people on average that'll listen to each episode within like a 2-week span, if we're lucky. But it's Robert. I mean, let's be real. It's Robert.
Just Robert.
Yeah. I'm so happy that the last year that he came, that was also a year that you guys came, that I introduced you. Yeah. I said, Dave, this is Robert. He's our listener and not a watcher. And he was so excited because he's like, that's me.
It's got a title.
He's a part. Yeah, he's a part of things. Halloween episode tier list from sitcoms. I feel like I would have to then like go back and watch them all.
At least get a recap, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even just The Simpsons has done like what, 20 of them?
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Right? That'd be like the top 5.
Yeah.
But good ideas, Celeste. I like Celeste. She's got she's the idea person. Like I'll just message her before a show, like what should I cook, and she's just bang, here you go. Like, all right, we're doing that.
I think because we had a little reminder of this. Actually, it was Steve. Steve asked me after the show in the green room. He had said something about that he wanted to meet Celeste because Celeste is one of his good customers at Fox and Sons Coffee. Steve wanted to meet Celeste because the last year that Steve was here, Celeste wasn't here. And I told him that, well, you're going to, I mean, not only are you going to have to come back next year, but also we've told Celeste that if she doesn't come, then, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's been a minute. We'll do that next week. I forgot. I was kind of on a roll. Just forgot it. It's fine.
It wasn't necessary.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary. Just like a lot of tonight's show. No, Celeste, the only way to pop all the balloons is to be here next May. It's the only way to do it. I've gotten to where I can tie up my hair with my hair.
Is that a man bun?
Well, it's a ponytail, but I can make it with my hair. Yeah.
Okay.
Has anybody bought a ticket yet or not? I think we've sold like 8 or 10 already, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of, right?
Rate,
yeah, it's kind of scary.
There's going to be 5,000 people there.
Yeah, at this rate, we're going to have 2,400 people at the 8th annual. Yeah.
Wow. We're going to need a bigger venue.
That's going to be a lot of disappointed folks.
I've never disappointed so many people at once.
We're going to have to do ponchos in shifts. Like me and Dave will be there. We'll be in the corner booth, but you guys are going to come in groups of 60 off and on, scattered throughout.
Scheduled. We'll have a schedule.
Me and Dave are just going to be miserable from eating so much ponchos. Ryan's running security. Well, that's good. Glad we got that figured out.
Yeah.
Somebody to if you want to volunteer to be a part of the It's Too Late crew, just come on to be a guest scheduler. That you schedule guests for the show.
Oh, that'd be
because if we have a guest, we'll do an episode. If we don't have a guest, then me and Dave are always on a knife's edge of just saying fuck it. So, but if we have a guest, we'll be here.
And it seems like it would be a much easier job for a third party because they have no skin in the game.
Yeah. I need some new guests. I would love to have some more entrepreneurs like Steve, some people in our community that own small businesses. I would love to highlight some more folks. I would love to do that. And I think that that's a very positive message. We do have a few episodes planned right now. We're doing the Halloween show. We're doing a Thanksgiving episode that you guys are going to recognize because it will be the same Thanksgiving episode we've done for a few years now. And we also have a Christmas episode planned that is also with the same guest who has done our Christmas show for a few years running. So those are going to be great. But for the in-between, we need some fresh blood to come in here and be traumatized. And they're like, cross-pollinate our audiences, get someone new in here, and they say, everyone tune into this. And they're like, the hell is this?
What are you talking about?
What did that guy just say about trans people? Yeah. No, here he was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, D3 could do that. Get a little stubble. Yeah, no, we're not doing a flat earther unless we're just going to come on and mock them until they get mad and log off. We're not doing that. Ooh, we could bring Greg Carpenter back. Ryan's arch nemesis. We can bring Greg back. He's always touring around the world, going to conferences and putting on workshops and stuff. And he's nice enough to come here to argue with Ryan. Oh, man. Okay, Michael, that last part is why you are banned. Brian Dawkins, the greatest football player of all time. That's, of course, ridiculous. Dolphins coach looks like Thomas Massey's third cousin. Wow. Well, I don't know anything about a third cousin, but if they're a second cousin, I've been watching this show. And I did some research, and it turns out that, look, I knew that was
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Turns out it's fine.
It's fine, yeah. There's enough different genetic makeup that it's fine. Thank you, Aaron, because everyone with me, how hot is she? Dave doesn't Dave wants to stay. I don't know enough about what's going on. I'm not gonna get involved.
All right. I'm spent. I left it all out on the field today.
Yeah. Yeah, so did the Bills. Possible fraud. Are you answering? See, Ryan knows. Okay, hold on real quick. I'll just almost hit the button. Ryan, have you finished the second season yet? Ryan. We're literally, all of us are waiting for you to finish the second season so we can all jump into Discord. There's gonna be like 40 people in Discord waiting. Everyone's mic's gonna be muted. We're just gonna listen to Ryan's review of seasons 1 and 2.
That actually sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, but we're waiting on Ryan to finish the second season. We want the Wisconsin review of the show. I'm giving it. Ryan, have you finished season 2? Yes, Ryan. God damn it! We're all waiting for you to finish the show. Everyone who's watched it is like, yeah, it was pretty good, but I got to hear what Ryan says. That's what everyone's saying. All right. Got him.
Got him. All right, you're on camera. Say hi, Simon. All right.
Look, struggling. Story of my life.